Hello, my name is Rivaz Mayoki. I'm an artist and I do a lot of art over the last few decades. And I haven't been doing a video in some times now. And it's a process for me. Do one thing, then do another thing, then do another thing, then do another thing. And you're constantly in a flux of oscillating between projects and finishing them only to begin a new one and then returning to adjust it to make it better, to simply do some more. And that is art, constantly reinventing and readjusting, adapting, and finding new ways to express yourself. Because art for me is primarily a medium to express one inner world, to be outwardly seen. So this that I'm playing with is an unsuccessful project of making a mold. The resin didn't set and everything is still after 4 days. Yuck. And I think it's just a failed project. But you can learn so much from failure. Failure is your greatest teacher. No, I won't say yours. Failure is my greatest teacher. I love to fail. I'm so used to failing that the idea of success is like, will I be able to do that? I have no idea. We'll see. I will probably fail at succeeding as well. I did as well. Anyway, blabbing into a camera, I did not do that for a very long time. It was a long pause of doing other stuff, other mediums. And now I need to convince myself to return to the camera, to return to expressing myself. Because you see, earlier in life, when I had more friends than I do now, I expressed myself by talking to my friends, and I would lay out whatever theory lie on my mind at the time. Ew, it's sticky. The mold wasn't good anyway, so who cares? But it's a pity. You always are sorry for your wasted time. But then I have to remind myself that no time is wasted. Time can't be wasted. Like water, it just can't be spent, reused, used. It flows always forward. Even if you are not here to use the time, someone else will. I'm translating currently this, the third book by Adrian Tchaikovsky, Children of Memory, into creation, and I'm struggling. Like, I'm arguing with his characters so much. Like, they just don't agree with me. I'm not their progenitor. He is. Anyway, there's always something to complain about, something you dislike, something uh, that you would do differently. And in a sense, mistakes and bad fiction always inspires me more than good fiction. Not that I'm saying that Tchaikovsky writes bad fiction, it's just different than what I do when I do it. So, in any project, you have to account for the period where you will struggle, the period where you will resist any task that is before you. And as you resist your task, you're reiterating what is it that you believe is right. How would you write that story? How would you paint that picture? How would you sing that song? And when you find your own voice and share it with others, you discover that others are as critical of your work as you are of others. And that's a wonderful thing. For me, at least, I think it's quite freeing because you can't ever, you can't ever anticipate and predict how people will react to something artsy you did. Look how awful this looks. Oh, maybe now it will dry when I squeezed out the excess of color. I'm rambling, and that's a good thing because it's the only way to get into the story. For me, making videos is much the same like writing a story. I just ran into it. I start and I stop, and then I start, and as I go, there's a more and more progression of what I want to do, what it is that I'm trying to say, and what is next on my agenda. When I try to plan it out beforehand, I never even start because that's just not my style. I listened to some YouTuber. She said like, "Oh, it's your story. You decide who is who, what the voice, the character." And I was like, "Oof, this is not for me." I'm anything but in control of my stories. I just let them breathe and do. Look, another failed attempt at making figurines for my new board game. Hopefully, the seventh attempt will be better than this. But I think I'm getting there. I'm just not skillful enough with making figurines. This is from a resin I made in clay shapes, and then I made silicone molds, and this is what I got, and it's really not great. Gold is abandoned as a concept for this figurines, but we will see. Maybe something will come out of it. So many touch and go attempts, like you make something and then it's not really great, and you go and make something else and it's not great. And it's a process. And so I make so many so much. I do so much bad art. Like, look at my pictures, my paintings behind me. Like, it seems like bad art is my staple because I do have two left hands in a sense because I was growing up doing stuff with my non-dominant hand, my right one. So I got so used to at being bad at doing stuff that it's just my trademark. I don't even try to do it right, except in writing, because writing does not depend about this dexterity of my hands. So that's the only area I felt confident to improve myself, to do better, to do more, to attempt to do something that is actually good. And in the end, I'm again on the trashy side, like romance, adventure, action. Let's go, go, go. Who will love who and who will do what? And I must say, I just dislike the good prose, the one that is appreciated with a lot of descriptions and like, give me what happened next, please. Give me what happened next. So I guess I'm a child of modern media, where you can skip and rewind. Although I do that very rarely. I do that with shows that are good enough that I want to know the end, but not good enough that I want to spend every waking hour with those characters. So skipping ahead is a feature that makes it easier to abandon something I'm watching and easier to go through it, if you know what I mean. So it's a feature that I naturally added to my books, and I like that feature. Like, you can skip over the whole perspectives, the whole books, the everything I write. Not everything I write. Everything that is within Star Vestige has numbers on it, and every chapter is numbered, and it makes it seem like there's a lot of books and you have to go through all of them. But numbers are just a timeline, a chronology, a way to establish where the certain story stands within the greater narrative. But I think that each and every book is a standalone book, so you can skip over anything that does not interest you. I do that when I reread them. That's probably the best feature for rereading books, for making a roundabout way to read only what left a good impression on you and leave behind anything that bothered you. So while translating Tchaikovsky, I'm just like, I dislike this character so much. It's because I'm translating it and not reading it, I can't abandon it. But if I was reading it and not translating it, I would read it by now. I would not have to linger so much on sentences and characters and understanding. So translating is a bit heavier on the mind, because when I'm writing, it's just like reading. You go through it. You're just like, let's go, glow. What happened next? What happened next? Who, where, what? So, I don't know. Like I said earlier, I would rant to my friends about such issues, but now my friend pool has diminished a lot. And I trained myself to lose the habit of oversharing. But it's nice to express yourself, if you know what I mean. Like, it's nice to voice out a thought. It's just like completing a series. You know, when it's out there, when I said it, it's not no longer in the focus of my mind, and I can focus better. I can return to my translation and soldier through it. I don't know, because everything is much more entertaining when it's not mandatory, when it's not something you have to do, when it's something you want to do and not something you do for money. So I'm doing my art and nobody's buying it because I'm not really selling it. So, and I can enjoy doing bad art and doing mistakes and mess of things and just like unrepentantly doing whatever comes to mind without being obligated to make it consumable, digestible, easy to read, and easy to go through. And that makes it so much fun because I trust that people are smart, inquisitive, curious, and that they want to experience new things and not always repeat, rehash, and do the same things over and over again. So let's have fun. Let's do bad art. It will go down in history, forgotten, buried under the good art. But bad art that we do and that gets buried becomes the foundation for other things that are somehow better, that are something people want to keep and bring with them in the future to keep them company. And maybe that's the point of my art. It keeps me company, and I hope that somewhere down the line it will keep company someone else as well. So keep each other company, keep yourself warm, be safe and be careful out there. There are a lot of people that are like going crazy right now. So let's just be reasonable people and strive to make it to the future. Bye.